During Hispanic History Month, 25 News Now has covered some important icons within the local Hispanic community.
That's right. 25 News Now weekend anchor Adam Seibold interviewed one local important figure.
That's right, Don and Karina. I traveled to Goliad today to sit down with Estela Zermino and her extensive historic knowledge on not only her family's history, but on Texas history. Tucked away at the end of a back road in Goliad, you'll find the home of Estela Zermino and her husband William. You'd never know it, but behind their home is a museum. It's a trilogy of Estela's familia history, local history of Texas, and Hispanic history. Estela has dedicated her life to history to understand the stories and events her family hold. Her grandmother instilled in her the value of history.
Because of my paternal grandmother, she was born in Refugio, where all the land that they had was. And she knew a lot of history, and she told me a lot of history. She even wrote a letter telling about what had happened there in Refugio to them.
One part of history Estela would like others to know is what's commonly known as the Goliad Massacre. Wasn't actually a massacre, but an execution.
He brought them back to the Presidio, to La Badia, and they didn't have nothing to feed them. Even the Mexican soldiers were here. They were hungry. So how could they keep them leaving? So they took them out into the fields and they shot them. One group here, another group by the Presidio, and another group west, east, the Presidio and west. And that's when they killed them.
So that wasn't a massacre, or was it different then?
It had to be an execution.
So instead of the Goliad Massacre, what would be a better title for it?
Execution. I'm not going to deny that, they killed him. It was an execution.
Born and raised in Goliad, Estela would find that her family history is directly tied to Texas history. She spent much of her life in courthouses, city halls, and county offices to recover first-hand documents and certificates to uncover her genealogy and fact-check her historical records. Over time, the collection of all these documents resulted in a large historical collection, so in 2015 actually built her backyard museum, which she said is open to the public and everyone's welcome, named the Alamito, not to be confused with the Alamo.
And he called it El Alamito, not Alamo, the Alamito. Well, I didn't intend for it to be a museum that people would be interested in. I wanted to do it for my family, because I wanted my family to know their history.
All of this stuff that didn't fit in the house, so we got a local carpenter to build this place for us, and she called it El Alamito.
He's also helped get numerous historical markers placed around Goliad, all to show her love for history.
It's just that I love history. I love history, since I was a young girl, my grandmother gave me a lot of history, and I wanted to continue learning more. And that's the reason that I went around asking questions and borrowing pictures, and I would make my own pictures from that picture, and that's how I finally said, I got to put all of this together and show it off to everybody.
So if you want to check out this cool, tucked-away museum full of Texas history, give the Goliad Historical Society a call, or just come to crossroadstoday.com for more information. Reporting in Goliad, Adam Seibold, KAVU-TV 25 News Now. Now for the full 40-minute interview with Estela, come to our website, Crossroads Today. We covered a ton of Texas history, some really interesting stuff. Don, Karina, back to you.